Hello, good day. A story today about manifestation. It's about a roast beef sandwich. Is a manifestation in the wilderness. The story starts in the middle of one of my bicycle adventures. The making of a sandwich is not always in the kitchen. Sometimes it starts with a body consciousness. First is the imagining. My thoughts were about chopped onions and green peppers, chopped or allowed to marinate in each other's flavors. Oregano, a dash of hot peppers, to be topped off with a little oil and vinegar, or French dressing, make that Italian. On every downward stroke of the pedal, these thoughts went through my mind, and their feelings through my body consciousness. I could taste the flavors. The medium rare roast beef, I could taste the acid in the tomatoes. Taste, smell, feel. I could smell the onions and peppers. I smell the oregano. Each individual taste and smell by themselves together. I could feel the preparation of each and how they work together. With every downward stroke I took, every downstroke I took, I could taste these tastes, smells, imaginings went through my body. At this time, my mouth is watering. I can feel that sandwich now. I was pedaling up the road in search of adventure. Very happy, alive, awake, aware, and in the now here. A thought passed through my mind about how I could go back to that sub shop that I passed down the road and get that very sub. I said no and let it go. I won't go. It was not the negative, finite negativity. It was not the no of finite negativity, but rather the no, someone who is skydiving, whose impulse is to reach for the edge of the door, just as stepping out into the sky. Then the soul says, I will be provided for. I make up my mind that I am being taken care of, and the chute will open. That is a fun thing to do. There is a lightness within the soul. I don't have to grab the door. It's kind of knowing it was when jumping into the adventure ahead and allowing everything to go all right. I would be provided for. And with that, the feeling, tasting, and imagining of the roast beef sandwich ended. I let it go. I looked up and saw one of those majestic hotels that had been built back in the 20s. Big white building, majestic columns, wide porch attached, for nothing else than just sitting and enjoying the view. I didn't see the view that they had since I was going in the other direction. I went around the small curve, following the yellow line, down the middle of the road into the forest. A wall of trees on either side, a tunnel with a yellow line running down the middle of it into the darkness. I pedaled into the darkness, narrow darkness. I was well into the tunnel of trees when I saw there on the yellow line the sandwich bag as you get from the sub shop. Right there in the middle of the road, a long brown paper bag. It was in the middle of the road on the yellow line, so I would not miss it. Brown paper bag sat in the middle of the road waiting for me. I pedaled up to it and stopped over it, picking it up and looked around for any signs of life. Candid camera maybe. I opened the bag very carefully. It was definitely a roast beef sandwich. I could smell it, even before I unwrapped it. Do you know how? The sandwich starts to lose its freshness in about 5 or 10 minutes when the oil and vinegar go into the bread. It loses its freshness. This sandwich has not done that. I have not passed anyone in 5 minutes on going on this road in either direction. In fact, I have passed no one on this road going in either direction since I got on this road at least a half hour ago. So how did the sandwich get here and still only be 5 or 10 minutes old? A lot of people say, no way, or what were you smoking that day? Was it ESP? And just sensed it up along the way and started thinking about it. More juice is flowing in my mouth as I'm reading this just now. So its sandwich was really not a manifestation, but a precognition. To the answer, my first declaration is no way. It, the whole story, did take place. The second declaration, what were you smoking that day? I wasn't smoking anything, nor had I since I left Merrimack days ago. On the third declaration, I do see some possibility of that, because until that day I'd never ordered a roast beef sandwich. I'd always wanted to, but concerns about cost had stopped me. Asking for that which is of total satisfaction is most important in manifesting. Not asking for something of a lesser species or a greater to please the ego mind. Beliefs are cages. In the Force, there is no greater or lesser. Greater or lesser are ego mind, and therefore unlikely to manifest. And don't adjust the words, that is ego. Soul knows, just let it go. This is not a prayer. Prayers are words. This is a manifestation through feeling, consciousness, and species. And please don't tell me it's just semantics. If it were semantics, you would have got all that stuff you were wishing, praying for, and Grandma would not have died, and there would be peace in the world. One of my other subconscious programmings always stopped me from asking for what I really wanted and going for it, rather than ordering what I thought I could afford. It could have been that ESP was working that day because I was so aware, awake, and happy. And therefore, when I sensed the roast beef sandwich, I just passed the sub shop. The two went together and started my imagining getting a roast beef sandwich at the sub shop back there where I just passed it. As if that was the only reality. That was a safe reality. Like reaching for the edge of the door when you're stepping out into the sky. What if I had not passed that by? The journey was not just going from here to there. It's more about the unknown we encounter along the way and how we deal with them. A serendipity requires our complicity, being in the now here rather than nowhere. Being in the now here rather than nowhere. Bless, be well. If you like, please please like and share and subscribe. And respond. What do you think happened that day? Thank you. Be well.